Hey everybody, welcome to Kiss My Cheeks TV. Tonight we have a special edition of Moscato with Angie. This is the BFF edition. As you can see, I have a guest with me tonight. This is my best friend, Mesha. Say hello. She is not shy, trust me. So tonight we're going to have a list of current topics we just want to give our 2 cents on and just have a little bit of fun with my best friend on the hot topics. So first, let's do a little story time and talk about how me and Mesha met. Me and Mesha have been friends for at least over 20 years, and we met at Alabama State University. I recall us meeting in Bessie Benson, which is a freshman dorm, and I don't think we lived on the same floor. But we probably lived on the same floor, I don't remember. But I usually gravitate towards people who are also from Illinois. I'm from Kankakee, she's from Chicago, and we just had that in common. And we kind of just clicked, and I think you may see this throughout this video, but I think we're very opposite, but we attract, and we have a lot of fun together. So, how do you recall us meeting?
Well, I was hungry. So I was in the elevator and we had to go get the Domino's pizza. So I didn't have much money. Again, I was hungry. Angie was in the elevator. I asked her, say, hey, do you want to go half on the pizza? She said, yeah. And the rest is history. We did stay on the same floor, but that's how it went down, and we've been friends ever since.
And I remember you were like, weren't you in charge of
I was the dorm president at the time.
So I remember she wanted us to get t-shirts or something. I remember that too.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's have fun with my best friend. The first topic, and y'all know I wear glasses, so I have to hold my paper up so I can see. The first topic we're gonna talk about is this young lady. Her name is Karol Sanchez, and I want to give my opinion, then I want you to give your opinion. Now, I even remember this last week because I went to your store, and I think we were praying for somebody. She was like, a little girl got snatched, and she was like, we have to pray for her. And I was like, oh man, that's sad. And the next day we found out it was a hoax. So if you don't know, Karol Sanchez is the 16-year-old girl who had some people kidnap her because she said her mom was too strict. She didn't want to move back to Honduras. She wanted to stay with her boyfriend. And everybody on Instagram is comparing her to the Jussie Smollett, you know, where people lie and waste the police time. But I don't compare her to Jussie Smollett because she is a child and she has some childish thoughts, but she's still wrong for what she did. Now, let me get your opinion first before I say my opinion.
Well, she went through that plot like she was an adult, so I don't know about being no child at 16.
Do you think she should be charged?
I do. I think she should get some type of probation because you got to learn from your mistakes. But she plotted, had 4 people, did the kidnapping while she was walking down with her mom. Like, it was a whole elaborate scheme. So she wasn't too much 16 at the time, but I think she should get probation. I don't think she should do any jail time, but you got to learn from your mistakes.
Well, people saying all the ridicule and the bullying, which people shouldn't bully on social media, but all the bullying and hate mail she's getting is punishment enough.
No, that ain't how the real world works. I'm sorry, it don't. People get bullied every day. People get talked about every day. They talk about these celebrity kids like it's not nothing, and they babies.
They talk about innocent people, but I feel like, and I heard somebody else say this, the little girl did this whole plan because she wanted to stay with her boyfriend, and she said her mom was too strict. Now, I don't know about her mama, but my mama was strict. And at 16, it ain't no way I was with no 23-year-old who was in the gang and had 2 almost murder charges, what they call it, attempted murder charges. So her mama wasn't that strict.
That's probably why the mama wanted to move back to Honduras, because the baby want, you know, she out here with a 23-year-old gangbanger. And second, what happened to just running away?
Right.
I mean,
that would have been easier. You done gave your mama a heart attack. You done had these men push her to the ground.
Just the old-fashioned running away. That's all I'm saying. Just what happened to that? Just
leave a note.
Just come up missing.
Mama, I ain't coming home no more.
Text her every now and then. Let her know you okay.
I'm okay.
She could have ran away.
I want to be grown.
For the mama to go ahead and go to Honduras, and then she would have been there home. I mean, that's just all.
The way these kids act half the time, mama probably would let her go. She thinks she grown. Let her go on out there and see what it's like to be grown. But now, I think, I don't want to say that, but the way they treat black folks, I think they might put some charges on her. They don't usually let black people slide with no social media. You'll learn your lesson. But I think that was an awful thing that she did, because sex trafficking and people getting kidnapped happens for real out here every day, and I don't think that's something you should play with. And children, please learn a lesson. Don't play with the law to get your way. Do what Mesha said. Do a good old-fashioned, just run your ass away. You think you grown, go out there and be grown. And
you make it hard for the next person that really is.
Right, because now we ain't gonna believe nobody.
And
they ass gonna be good in traffic by the time we believe them.
And it's hard enough to get real African American young ladies kidnap case. Yep,
it's hard enough to get them home.
So yeah, it's just I'm sorry, just run away.
Okay. Luca Angelo is jealous because you about to hear him with his squeak toy. But anyway. Okay, next. I did not get this person's name. I just called him the fool. Now, she sent me this story. Now, I'm just going to give y'all the gist of it. Now, it was this fool. I believe he worked at Wells Fargo. And they said he worked in the vault. And he was taking a little bit of money every day, putting it in his pocket, whatever. And by the end of it, I don't know how long of a time he was stealing it. He had $88,000. And he wasn't caught. He didn't get caught till he did the old flex on Instagram with the money on his ear like it's a phone. They caught his ass, and now he in jail. What you think about that?
Y'all young folks stupid. Just point blank. Like, what happened to an old, just, you know, wait till you about 40, 50, spend the rest of the money, something, just so you don't get caught. The whole purpose of stealing it was to not get caught. But here you are flashing on social media for some people that don't even care about you. That ain't finna put no money on your books.
Probably told on you.
And hell, he told on himself. Y'all don't know that the FBI and the police be on these Facebook pages? Y'all don't know that? Y'all don't know they got their own people? Oh, okay. That's
I didn't really read into that story, so I don't have an opinion. By me calling him the fool is pretty much...
You a fool, because you stole it, then you already worked there, so you probably already was under suspicion. But then you gonna post it. And
you done gave them all the clues they needed.
The
evidence.
Good luck with you finding the... If I was a public defender...
They never gonna get another job.
If I was a public defender, I wouldn't even defend you, and that's your job as a public defender, because all I gotta do is show you the picture, dummy. Where you get the money from? Where you get it from? And you was working there.
Right, crisp bills. Where you get that from?
They ain't gonna put no money on your banks. Kiss the kids and tell them you ain't coming home no more.
Okay, off of the dummy. Next. Okay, she wanted to talk about Cardi B. So y'all all seen the Insta story and the video of Cardi B for Offset's birthday. He was like, babe, you got all the jewelries, you got all the cars, you got all the clothes. What can I give a man to have everything? And she said, look in the refrigerator. In the refrigerator was stacks of fresh bills, like the man flexing, except for they ain't have to steal their money. $500K in cash for Offset's birthday. Now, I can already tell by what I can see of her face of what she think. Let me tell you, it ain't bothering me as much. Now, let me tell you, when I first saw the video, the first thing I said was, damn, I got these student loans. I wish they'd help a girl out. But that's just me thinking. I know they ain't about to help me pay my student loans, but I would appreciate. But I thought it at first, then I was like, they balling. And you know, I ain't really have a problem with it. It's Cardi, it's the Migos. That's what they do. What you think?
First of all, that is that woman's husband. And if she want to give him $1 million, that's her business. Second of all, even if she gave her husband...
But shouldn't she keep her business off social media?
She's an entertainer. That is her job. That's what she do. Instagram gives her... That's how she get her followers. They like to follow her. That's what her fans like to do. So her and her husband are now back together. Blase, blase. I don't follow them all like that. Just a little bit. But that's her husband. If she want to give her husband $500,000, okay. And some of y'all out here talking about, well, she could get that money. So you don't know what
she could probably. You don't know what she giving. People give in silence.
And that's right. And that's what you're supposed to move. When you give, you're supposed to give from your heart, not to be getting recognition. Second of all, what is y'all out here doing? Is y'all out here giving people money? Why y'all? That's that man. I mean, that's that woman husband. What you giving? Are you giving something? Are you out here? It's a whole bunch of kids out here. They ain't got nothing coming for Christmas for the angel tree. Are you giving? What are you doing? Why are y'all worried about what this woman is giving her husband?
I'm pretty sure she giving for all of that. And I don't care. It's Cardi. That's how she got famous, is doing over the top stuff for Instagram, for us to look at, for us to laugh at. And I thought it was baller. I didn't care.
And neither do I. What else are you supposed to get your husband? If your husband was Jay-Z or if your wife was Beyonce, they got money, they get their own stuff. What else is she supposed to give him?
Right.
Was she supposed to buy him a baby from Korea? Help me understand.
Right.
Just help me understand. What else was she supposed to?
And they have the security to do that. The average people, we can't do that. Even if we have $500,000, we can't do that because next thing you know, somebody gonna come hit us over the top of the head. But they have the security. She can ball out like that. Ain't nobody about to do nothing to them. So ball on, Cardi. And if you feel like helping a girl out with a student loan or two, follow Kiss My Cheeks TV, hit me up. Next subject. Okay. These are going by kind of fast. Okay. Now, I showed her this picture of Kim Kardashian. Y'all all seen it. It's all over the Instagram. Did Kim Kardashian do blackface? Now, I want to give you my first thought. When I first was scrolling through Instagram and I saw that, I was like, oh, this is a beautiful picture. I thought it was a beautiful light-skinned black lady. That was my first thought. Then I kept scrolling. Everybody kept saying Kim Kardashian doing blackface. And I'm like, when Kim Kardashian doing blackface? I know she know better than that. And so then I come back to that picture and I'm like, is that blackface? I personally don't think it was blackface. Kim Kardashian is half Middle Eastern, Armenian, and she can get tan, and she probably put on a little bit of bronzer. I don't think she was trying to do blackface. She does. We all know they appropriate, that's the right word, right? The black culture. She ain't the only one. But I don't think she was doing anything racially motivated blackface. She was taking a picture for whatever magazine cover. Do you think it was blackface?
I'm going to say this. I think y'all cry too much. Y'all cry entirely. Like, y'all complain entirely too much. She looked like she tan. That's what... Y'all remember what blackface looked like?
She went to the beach.
But
blackface is when you put black stuff on your face.
Had the red lips, had the little white... Had it looking like a whole... Just like a clown. And all it is... I have a friend that's Caucasian. And she used to tan. And it looks just like that. And she was... It looks very dark, and it doesn't look like blackface. It looks like tan. I mean, it may be over a top with the wig, but y'all doing too much. Like,
a wig ain't blackface. You can put on whatever kind of wig.
Well, I'm talking about with the wig though, because it kind of made her look like you said, you thought she was a light-skinned black woman. But to me, it still looked like Kim Kardashian. It doesn't look blackface to me.
It didn't
y'all
look
just
nothing
don't
like
like
Kim
the
K
woman.
to me. Like when I first saw it, I did not see Kim K. Somebody had to tell me that was her for me to know that was her.
Y'all just don't like her. But that's all it is, and that's why.
I like Kim.
Those that saying it's blackface, they don't like her. They ain't, and because it don't look like blackface. I think
it's people want to try to find something that's not politically correct in everything, because everyone wants to have something to stand on. Someone always wants to be the first one to say so-and-so isn't doing so-and-so, and everyone's trying to find something and nothing just so they can be saying something. But some people are out there really, really, really upset at Kim.
And they really need to find something to do. Like, they really need to get a life.
And the Kardashians been doing this since her and Ray J. So I think Kim, this might be messed up to say, but she probably one of the only ones that probably could smear some black stuff on her face, and people still gonna love her because look at her fool husband, Kanye. Everybody love Kanye.
Not everybody. But, and I don't think she can get away with that if she did it. But I just...
They done dragged black people out by leashes on dog collars.
Who?
The old pictures where Chloe had her little 2 black friends who are the twins. A couple of, maybe 10 years ago.
She had the twins on
the Malika.
On dog collars?
They were on dog collars with the leashes, and she the pimp dragging her black friends around with dog leashes and dog collars. Ain't nobody say shit about that, and they still friends to this day.
And that's their friendship, and they shouldn't be mad at Chloe. You should be mad at them damn twins, because what the hell is wrong with you? Why would you let somebody, a woman or a man, put a dog collar around your neck like you're a damn dog? So what y'all mad at Chloe for? Because they allowed it? Did they look like that?
No, that's what I'm saying. Nobody was ever mad at Chloe. Ain't nobody ever say nothing about that.
Why would you be mad at Chloe? She didn't do it. They volunteered. They say, hey, you can do it. So y'all always mad at the people. Be mad at the dummies. Next. I'm just saying.
I don't think it was blackface, but I think some people just want to make something out of something just to get their voice heard. Like, who was it? Amanda Seals has a... Is her name Amanda Seals?
What you talking about?
You gotta listen to the video. She has a whole video, a long-ass video, complaining about how it's something wrong with us black people who think it's okay for Kim to take a picture like that. I think it's something wrong with her.
For her to do
for wasting all the time complaining on a picture that's clearly not blackface. But okay, next, I think that was all of the new, because it's Christmas, the celebrities are a little bit tame this week. They ain't really out there causing too many hot topics. So we're gonna, since I haven't really had a chance to discuss some things with my best friend, we're gonna discuss a few hot topics just to get her opinion on it. And then, like, she watches no reality shows, which is like no fun, because who am I gonna talk to it about? But I'm gonna give her some reality show scenarios. She has never heard about any of this stuff, and I just want her off the top to tell me her opinion about it, just for giggles, to see what she says. Okay, first let's talk about Lizzo and her ass out. We all know Lizzo a few weeks ago had her ass out at the Staples Center, sitting her bare ass on them dirty seats with a hole in it, and then she turned around and twerked for all the children. What did you think about that?
So, I do know about this because a lot of people complain about it. I think it was inappropriate for where she was at. She was at a basketball game where there's kids, and I think there's a time and place for everything. I know they compared her to Rihanna, but when Rihanna was naked, it's not like Rihanna showed up at the Nickelodeon Awards.
She was at an award show.
But that's an award show for adults.
And a fashion award show at that.
But she was, again, at an award show for adults. It's not like she showed up at the Nickelodeon award show with her butt out. Lizzo was at a basketball game where there's family and there's kids twerking and it's this and that. I have no problem. If she want to show her big ass, let her show her big ass. I have a problem if it's at somewhere where it's family. I don't care where she showed or whatever she want to do. But
let's talk about the outfit. It was a t-shirt, an extra, maybe a 3X t-shirt that was really big. It wasn't even a t-shirt dress. It was just an oversized t-shirt with a huge hole around the ass and a thong. Where do you think is the time and the place to wear that? Because to me, that was just tacky for any place.
She can wear it at her own concerts. Again, she can wear it at
outside of a
award
concert.
Shows.
And you wouldn't wear that to no award show because it was ugly. It was just a t-shirt. It wasn't no fashion in
when
that.
When she turned around, she'd have been like, oh boy, 5 heartbeats, zang. That's what she can wear that.
Because somebody said you can wear that to the club. Can you get into the club with a thong on like that? I don't think you can go to the club like that.
Some clubs, the nakeder the better.
Really?
Yeah,
I ain't been to the club in a while, but I don't think you can go to the club with a thong on like that.
Yes, you can. You must ain't seen them half naked girls.
So the place Lizzo could have wore this was the club,
She go wherever the adult
I just said
shows.
the beach. That's the only place I know you can wear thong.
Who the hell wear a sweater at the beach?
You wear your thong on and put your t-shirt on till you get in the water.
It's a no for me.
It's a no for me too. The whole outfit was tacky and ugly. You shouldn't have wore that just at all. Okay, next. Eddie Murphy gonna be on TV in a few hours for SNL. His first big comeback with Lizzo as the musical guest. We think she gonna have her ass out on SNL tonight.
Are we doing bets? I was just asking. Are we? I mean,
I'll put 5 on yes.
I don't think they allow her to. I think they're gonna.
Not on Saturday Night Live? I guess it is network.
Yep, it's network TV, and I don't think they're gonna allow her to do that, to put it on her. So I don't think she was tonight.
How excited are you that Eddie Murphy is coming back to Saturday Night Live? You watching it? You got it on DVR?
No.
It is.
I didn't even watch. What's the one he come out with? What's the thing he came out for Netflix? Dolomite. Yeah.
Oh, that was so good. I love Dolomite. That was hilarious.
But see, some people said that it wasn't, so I didn't watch it. I haven't watched Eddie Murphy since Life. I think it's been the last movie. Yeah.
And I think everyone's looking for his big comeback. Like, it is TV time tonight at my house. We got us some snacks in the corner. I got me some more Moscato. Like, we watching it. And in case we fall asleep, it's on DVR.
People see, speaking of people get comeback, I believe this. I believe everybody have their 15 minutes of fame. That's all you have. That's it. That's all. So if you was big in the 80s, that's it. That was your time in the 80s. If you was big in the 90s, that's it. That's your time in the 90s.
No, not Eddie Murphy. He could be big in all the decades.
And he ain't in this one. They probably asking
just now coming back.
Ain't no coming back. That's it. He was big in the 80s, 90s. That's it. It ain't no more.
We're going to have to put 5 on that one.
It's just like
Eddie Murphy coming back. He about to come back with Coming to America 2. That's going to be a huge movie next year.
Let me say, I'm a Coming to America fan, but some things they just don't need a part 2 on, so they better do this damn good. And
we got to see it, and I have trust that he going to do it right.
She got more trust in me because I think that, because every time they come out with a 2, it's just horrible. They just need to leave it with a 1. But everybody had a comeback. Everybody had a 15 minutes of fame, and that's it. That's all. And they need to leave it be. A lot of things that they make a part 2 or 3.
So he just keep having his babies with his new wife and
nobody told him to keep having his babies with his new wife, but he can do stand up. He can go around and do that anytime he wants.
That's a comeback.
It's just like Sylvester Stallone. He keep on making movies. Like, why the hell is you making a new Rocky?
He needs to stop.
It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger. They keep coming out with the Terminator. It's just some stuff that y'all just need to just let go. People was good back then. Like, they keep coming out with these Jasons and these Freddys. Let it go. That was big back then.
Create a new story.
New story with some young actors or actresses. Like, because the old ones retire. Like,
I have faith in Eddie Murphy. I can't wait to see SNL tonight, and I can't wait to see whatever they're Coming to America 2 in 2020. So, opposites. What can I say? Okay, let's get into the Housewives tea. Now, these are some of the hot topics from my favorite reality shows, and mind you, Mesha don't watch any of this shit, so her opinion is going to be based on just what would she do or what does she think, just based on the scenario of the foolishness that we like to watch on reality TV. So first is Kenya's situation. Do you know Kenya?
I know who Kenya is.
Okay, so Kenya is married to Mark on the Housewives of Atlanta, and her marriage is already in turmoil. And tell me if this was you. It's your 1-year anniversary. You just had a baby. You want to have some romance time with your new husband on your 1-year anniversary. But he tells you no. So you go, where'd she go? To Turks and Caicos or wherever she went, some island, by yourself to celebrate your 1-year anniversary.
Without her husband?
Without your husband. Just you and your baby. No husband.
So why didn't he go?
Because he's an ass, pretty much. Well, from the television show, Mark said, I don't know.
Now, because you got to give me more. What did he say? Why didn't he go?
I'm just saying, he was an ass. He didn't want to go.
So she asked him to go and he said no.
Well, he wanted to go. She wanted to go, just them two, get a nanny, and let us have couple time alone. He didn't want to go unless it could be him, her, and the baby. And she was like, that's not a romantic trip if you got to take care of this baby the whole time. So I guess they argued and she ended up going by herself. But I'm saying as LaMesha,
So wait a minute, just one more question. So if he wanted to go, was the nanny able to come?
They ain't told all their business like that on TV. We don't know the whole breakdown. This just the overview of what they willing to put on TV. And mind you, I believe the whole thing is fake anyway. But just a scenario. Your husband don't want to go on an anniversary trip, so you and your baby go by yourself. What's your thoughts on that?
And she took the baby with her?
Yeah, she just went with her baby by herself.
But I thought you said that he wanted to go with the baby, so why he didn't go?
Didn't I just tell you I think half of this shit is fake? This is just what they said on TV.
I'm single anyway, so I wouldn't have no husband. He'd have came back to some papers. That's just me.
Mind you, they are so-called separated, but no one has filed for a divorce, and he treats her like shit on TV. But
so if they separated, why would she want him to go celebrate an anniversary?
This is before they just now got separated. This is gonna be a hard segment because she don't watch none of the shows. You just supposed to be giving me your opinion on.
I need more information. Like, you can't have me make a judgment on something and I ain't got all the information, ma'am. But okay, if it was me,
you would have filed the papers. Ain't no separation.
And I don't even think I would have went out of town, because who wants to go on a romantic trip by themselves and the baby don't know nothing, and then now you got the, what can you do with the baby?
Right, you could have just took care of that baby at home.
Shit, you could have took it to Chuck E. Cheese, shit, and it would have been done with it. I'm just saying, so what can you do with the baby? You
so
can't.
Mind you, I think that's more evidence that Kenya's storyline is fake, because I believe what's coming up tomorrow on the show, Mark comes back and, okay, say me and you, we hate each other. But your husband say, I don't hate Angie. She was nice to me. How you gonna feel about that? Like, you trying to tell your husband all the mean shit I did to you, but he was like, well, she was nice to me, so I don't dislike her. She cool.
I mean, I don't have no problem with that. I think adults, I don't like adults not liking somebody because somebody else like them.
No, your husband. If I don't like you, Corinne can't like you. I don't give a damn.
Corinne don't have to like me, but Corinne don't have to say,
I ain't got nothing nice to say about you.
He don't know you. He can say, I don't have nothing against that woman. He got the hater because you hate her?
Yes.
What the hell?
If you put dirt on me, you putting...
But he didn't put dirt on her. He could say,
it don't matter. If you mess with me, you messing with him, because now he got to hear about it.
He can hear about it, but that don't mean that he have to dislike that woman.
He on my side, yes.
He can still be on your side and not dislike that woman. He could just say, he can
you ain't shit then if he on my side.
Oh, well, damn. Like, all I'm saying is, he can listen to you vent.
That don't work.
No, you act like he going out and they going out to eat together, something like that, Angie. He can listen to you vent. But you can't be in
public if I'm venting saying, Mesha did this to me. Mesha called me a buffalo. Mesha caused me stress in my pregnancy. Mesha did all this stuff to me, and then we talking in a group and you was like, oh, but she's still a nice person. Yes, she called you a buffalo, but she cool. She didn't call me no buffalo. No.
He can say, I have nothing against that woman, but my wife...
He got something against her.
No, he said, I don't have nothing against that woman, but my wife don't like you, and therefore it's not good for me to associate with you. You know, I'm support my wife. I'm with my wife, but it's not like that I dislike you personally. It's just that I'm riding with... Do you understand? Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying that you don't have to hate somebody or dislike somebody because your significant other doesn't. You can still ride with your spouse. You just be like, look, my wife don't care for you. You know, it's not good. It's not good for you to come around here. I appreciate if you don't talk this and that. Nothing against you. I'm just with my wife. But you can't
publicly praise the person. You can feel that way. You can say, well, she did nothing with me. But when we in public, it's a united front. I don't like you, so he don't like you neither. He ain't got nothing nice to say about you in public. Now at the house, he can be like, man, she ain't did nothing to me. I don't care about that female shit. But in public, Mesha ain't shit if I say Mesha ain't shit. That's what it is.
I wouldn't give a fuck when nobody thought about me in public anyway. But since we going along with this reality story shit, I mean,
we're going to see how it play out tomorrow, y'all, because...
I guess Angie act like they riding around, they going to Macy's together and shit. All I'm saying is, you know, hey, be like, look, I can't roll with you, you know what I'm saying, this and that, but...
We can't be in a public conversation where it's a group of us and I'm saying I can't stand you, My husband talking about,
I wouldn't even say
like
nothing. I wouldn't say I like her. I wouldn't say nothing at all. That would just be me. I wouldn't say nothing at all.
That was Kenya's problem, is that he's publicly saying, I like her.
And I can understand that. But as far as me as an individual, I'm not the type of person to not like somebody else because somebody else don't like them. Like, I have to judge that for myself.
That's very mature. But I'm just talking about having a united front.
Now, if me and my best friend was at the club and she said she don't like you, and I'm not finna be fooling with you, rolling up, nothing like that. We're not gonna be dancing, partying, whatever like that. And if you run up, it's definitely
it's on.
It's on.
On site.
Just like that.
Okay. But that's all. That's our subject. Okay. That's enough for Kenya. Let's get on to Portia. Now, this one I ain't gotta tell you too much. You just tell me your opinion. Now, I'm gonna already say it was some bullshit, and you done heard that in my last review. Now, we know Portia and her fiance Dennis, they had some infidelity in they wasn't married yet, so engagement. While Portia was pregnant, Dennis cheated. And it came out last week, Dennis said he cheated because Portia had a rough pregnancy, and then after she had the baby, she had some postpartum depression, so I guess she wasn't giving him none. So that was his reason for cheating. And all Portia had to do was hear him give a reason, and now they back together. That's her business. How you feel about a man telling you, I cheated because you was sitting up here having my baby, my one and only child. You was giving me the miracle of life. But because it caused you a little bit of hardship and depression and you couldn't give me none, I had to go run out. What you think about that?
Again, I would be single. I don't think he's a man at all. How can you say that for somebody that's carrying your child? I think it's very selfish, and it's not tending to your wife's needs. Again.
How do you feel about forgiveness?
To
hold the family, because you want to hold the family together.
I have done it, and I definitely understand. So, are they married?
They're engaged. They're set to be married, they say, in a few weeks.
Well, if they were married, it would be a different situation, but they're not married. Because if you're married, you're supposed to do it for better or for worse.
And not only did he cheat on you, but when you broke up, he said, go ahead and give me that ring back, which was a huge, probably 10 times the size of my ring, a huge rock, and said, go ahead and give me that ring back. Like, fuck you, I cheated, but I still need that back. And you still, I mean, I ain't got nothing against forgiving. Like I said, I believe all women at one point in life have forgiven a man that cheated on them. So I ain't got nothing against that. My whole thing with the scenario I wanted to see on the show is, why did you forgive him? What did he do that made you even want to gain trust back? And it seemed like all Portia had to hear was the reason why.
I think it's a little bit, I think when women forgive men, and especially when you have their kids, it's a little bit more than that. I think women forgive because they want to be a family. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. And she probably forgave because she wants her husband to be in her daughter's life. And I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. And a lot of people probably would disagree with that because they feel like if it's unhealthy, they shouldn't be there. But I don't know if she was
happy.
They seem right, but we don't know that. But a lot of people don't want, especially daughters. Daughters need their daddies. Not saying that boys don't, they do too, but definitely girls, young ladies, you know, they need their dad. And that could be a reason why, I think that's why a lot of women put up with a lot of things. It's because they don't want a broken home. They came from a broken home, so they don't want that. And so I feel like, I feel like if you are married and she's not married, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with trying to go to the ends of the earth to make your marriage work. I think there's nothing wrong with forgiving your husband if he has cheating, or vice versa. I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. Seek counseling, seek your preacher, whatever it is that you may do. And I tend not to judge in those situations because you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. And I don't think it's nothing wrong with her trying to make her relationship work for the sake of her daughter.
It's nothing wrong with that. You at least try. If he cheat again, girl, then you are stupid. But that ain't, we don't know if he gonna cheat again. But what about your man like to tattoo other women's name on his body, which that's fine that all these women are before you, but then I guess you see a name on your man body and you're like, oh, I like that name. Let's name our daughter that. Is that an option for you?
Wait a minute, so wait. Because we have to roll it all back.
Basically, Dennis likes to tattoo females' names on his body. I ain't care nothing about that.
So the women that he's been with in the past, he'll tattoo on his body?
He liked to tattoo his exes, you know, his...
And he told Portia that he wanted one of the names that was on his...
Portia liked the name. She said, oh, one of your girls' name was Pilar. I like that name. My baby name is Pilar. And her baby name is Pilar. And I didn't like that, but it ain't my baby. But what you think about that?
Portia, you stupid. And you the reason why I don't watch reality TV shows, because what the hell? Who does that?
Out of all the P names, all the names that start with the letter P.
You might as well have made the damn woman your god baby's mama. I'm just saying, come on now.
She might as well be in the family.
Hell, might as well. She named your ex-girlfriend.
That bitch Pilar is the woman he cheated with.
That make you a double stupid bitch.
I ain't saying that.
I said it.
I don't know if that's who he cheated with, but okay. Enough of Portia. Next. Now, I want to know what you think about this. Now, this is the drama that's currently happening on the Potomac Girls, and we're going to see this next season.
On who?
The Potomac, the Real Housewives of Potomac.
Yeah, she watched
That's up there by DC.
Reality TV, too much.
That's up there by DC. Okay. Now, Candace and Monique used to be friends. They done got into it. Candace threw a drink in Monique's face. And the rumor is she threw not just the drink, but the drink and the glass all in her face. And so Monique, on site, snatched Candace up, popped her head against the table, snatched off her wig, and whooped her ass. Now, we don't know how bad she whooped her ass, but everyone's scared of Monique now because Monique whooped Candace's ass. Now, in my mind, I don't know the law, if you throw a drink on somebody, that's assault, which in my mind means you started it. So you can't get mad at somebody if you get the worst of something you started. But Candace is saying throwing a drink ain't equal to throwing hands. Like, you should have just threw a drink back on me. But since you put hands on me, I'm pressing charges and I'm suing you, and I want you kicked off the show. Now, what do you think about that scenario?
I mean, I think they both equally as bad. Like, she could have threw that. She could have took that glass. Could have broke it. Could have took that woman's eye out.
Now, this all allegedly, because we haven't seen. This is all rumors because we haven't seen any of the tapes. They're currently filming the Potomac Girls. They're saying it wasn't just the drink; it was the whole glass. But let's just say we take the lesser. She just went like this and threw the drink in your face. Can you whoop somebody's ass for just throwing a drink in your face?
I'm like this. You can say what you want. She could have poured the drink on me, just as long as you don't put your hands on me. You put your hands on me, it's war. Now, if she threw that glass, it would have been war. I would have did exactly what that other girl did. Because like I said, she could have took that woman's eye out. That woman could have had stitches. She could have cut it. Could have did anything. So,
I will say the next day, Monique looked like it wasn't a scratch or nothing on Monique. So I don't know if it was the whole glass. Now, to me, you can't just throw a drink on me. That's assault.
You could pour a drink on me, you just can't throw the glass.
Somebody can come up to you and throw a drink on you, and you ain't gonna do shit. You're gonna be like, but you ain't touch me though. Mesha, I know we ain't had no what they call it, Freaky Friday, and we done switched bodies or something. She's fronting on the camera. You telling me?
Look, my kids might see this, and I be
like, your kids ain't watching my damn YouTube channel.
Look, don't you be fighting in school and then be like, but mama, they threw a drink on me.
No. You in the club, minding your business, somebody throw a drink on you, and you just can be like, but you ain't hit me though. But you touch me, it's on.
I'm gonna go tell the security guard.
She a damn lie. You ain't gotta do shit but look at her funny.
Ooh.
She ain't being real, so we gonna move on. the last one, we're going to talk about Eva. Because you remember Eva the Diva from Housewives? No, what was she on first? Top Model?
America's Next Top Model.
I kind of like Eva. I ain't had no problem with Eva. But something about her this season on the Housewives is kind of like, I don't really like her. I think she has a attitude where just, I'm better than you attitude, where I think that's just a part of her personality that's coming out by being on TV too much. And I don't like that. But all the housewives kind of think they better than other people. I don't know. It's something about Eva I don't like this season. But anyway, Eva, number one. Last season, her bridesmaids was telling her business that she was living above her means. She can't afford her wedding, XYZ. And she had this whole crime scene of where she said, because last season somebody leaked her address. And you know her crazy baby daddy, Kevin McCall. She was like, I had to go to the FBI. I had to go to the police. I don't want this man to know where I live. But just, bye Tamiko. But just 2 months ago, or a few weeks ago, she bought a house and put the picture and everything all over Instagram. Do you think she had a little bit of fakeness or lying in that? Because how
she put a picture of what, of the house?
She bought a house, took a picture and said, look y'all, I bought this house, and put it all over social media, but you scared of Kevin McCall.
Did the picture of the house show the address?
You know how people, it don't take much to do a Google search on the house.
And if y'all doing all that, you doing too much.
That's what these people on the internet do. They do way too much.
Too much. And y'all got too much time on y'all hands. Just entirely too much time.
I thought that was kind of fake. I'm like, if I gotta go to the FBI on anybody because I don't want them to know where I live, the last thing I'm doing is putting a picture of my house. I don't even want people to know I bought a house. And then she gonna say she bought it and it's only in her name, which that's her business. But we all know deeds and stuff is public information. All you gotta do is go down to City Hall and they can find your address.
But that's if y'all doing this type of research, y'all really need to get another job.
I'm talking about Kevin McCall. I'm like, if you scared of this man where you gotta go to the FBI, why you putting your living situation on social media, which last season you just was ripping Marlo apart because they leaked your address.
And really, he don't have to do all that much. He don't have to search, because if he takes her to court, she would have to provide her address. She would get it. Because she would have to be
that's
served.
the excuse.
So, since you have to, it really doesn't take that much. So if he was trying to get custody over their daughter or trying to do anything, this is not.
He was gonna have the address anyway.
Yeah, you can.
So she could show the picture.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, well you live for that one, Eva. You can live for that one. Now next, you know Eva is light skinned with what people call nice hair. That's what we ain't gonna say who got good and bad hair, but that's what they say. She calls Portia and Kenya, who are dark skinned with more kinkier hair, she called them nappy heads. People thought that was colorist. What do you think? Or you think she was just reading them?
I mean, y'all don't want to know my opinion on this because I'm always talking about my head nappy. Always.
Everybody says it, but is that just a read, or should we, or are we reading too much into her shade?
And they probably just, if anybody else, if somebody else dark skinned, probably said that they probably wouldn't have a problem. It's just a simple fact that she was light skinned and she said it, and so-called have good hair. And people
call it wavy hair.
Oh, well, wavy hair, whatever y'all want to call it, good hair, whatever. And that's probably why people have a problem with it, because she light skinned and she has wavy hair or whatever. But I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care if somebody called me nappy headed, whatever. It don't make it. Hell, nowadays you can buy any type of hair you want. What type you want? You can get it straight, nappy.
People buying nappy hair. Look at this.
Right. Like it don't. I don't know. I think y'all got too much time on y'all hands.
Well, if we didn't do too much, we wouldn't have nothing to watch on TV. Because if everybody was kind to each other on reality shows, we wouldn't watch it.
I'm not talking about being kind. I'm talking about taking every little thing that somebody doing. Kim K being blackface. I'm talking about reaching. The girl saying somebody else nappy head. If it was a regular old argument, I mean, they was probably black bitches and some more things and something else, really, to tell you the truth, which to me is way worse than calling somebody nappy head. But yet, y'all focus on that one thing. Like,
well, that's it for the housewives. One day I might get her to watch something that I like to watch. The last thing we liked together was Game of Thrones, and we're not about to talk about that. That was...
Baby, because that'd be a whole nother 2 hours, because I love my Game of Thrones. So.
And it's over, so it's done.
But let me tell you what she would love for me to do is watch fantasy football.
You can't watch fantasy football.
See how you play fantasy football. See how it would, yeah.
We are opposites, but it works. Well, anyway, that's the end. You have anything else you want to talk about?
It was nice talking to Angie's fans base.
I want to thank you for being on my show. As you all know, it's Kiss My Cheeks TV. This is Moscato with Angie. Like the video, subscribe, leave comments. We will be back. Well, I will be back with Moscato with Angie next week. All right, y'all. Have a good night. Bye.